I guess I can just hold that here. Thank you very much for letting me speak at the State Convention of the Libertarian Party. It is an honor to address such a group of freedom-loving, individual rights group of people. I just hope I'm worthy of your time. Thank you, Andrew Gray, for inviting me today. The Libertarian Party is so lucky to have you as a leader. No one leads individual liberties like Andrew. Thank you for leading the charge. Where are you at, Andrew? Right here. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate you. It's all right. That's good, man. I have committed my life to the defense and protection of the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution. I am a gun rights person. What do libertarians believe about the right to bear arms? 1.6 of the Libertarian Platform states, and that is the self-defense. The only legitimate use of force is in defense of individual rights, life, liberty, and justly acquired property against aggression. This right inheres in the individual, who may agree to be aided by any other individual or group. We affirm the right to keep and bear arms and oppose the prosecution of individuals for exercising their rights of self-defense. We oppose all laws at any level of government requiring registration of or restricting the ownership, manufacture, transfer, or sale of firearms or ammunition. As I just stated, the libertarians are believers in the right to bear arms. Let me give you a little history of open carry of firearms in Kansas. It has always been legal to open carry a loaded firearm, but the caveat is each county, city, and municipality can regulate the open carry of a loaded firearm. This is different from concealed carry, where the state controls all aspects of concealed carry. The Kansas state law on open carry is clear. It says regulate, not ban, a loaded firearm. Well, there are two cities in Kansas with complete open carry bans, Kansas City and Overland Park. February 2007, the Topeka City Council adopted the UPOC Code of Government. That code does not prohibit the open carry of firearms. For the past 3.5 years, law-abiding citizens in Topeka have been able to open carry a holstered firearm. For those of us in the gun rights community, we knew the law change had been exercising that right. Well, as the word spread throughout Topeka and the state, people started calling the city and inquiring about the ordinance change of weapons. In August 2009, a friend of mine emailed the Topeka Chief of Police and asked if open carry was legal in Topeka. The chief responded that it was illegal to open carry in Kansas and in Topeka. Well, that was not true, so I emailed my council person asking them for verification of the chief's statements. Eventually, the assistant city attorney confirmed open carry was legal in Kansas and Topeka. And like I said, it's always been legal. At that moment, I knew my rights were under threat. I met a gentleman named Mike Brenneman, who was a libertarian, and we both thought alike on gun rights. So we decided to join forces to fight the attempt to ban open carry in Topeka. We started a group, Open Carry Topeka, to protect this right. The first thing we decided to do was spread the word open carry was legal. Several mediums were used to get the word out. Gun stores, pawn shops, shooting ranges, newsletters of sporting organizations, internet chat sites were concealed and open carry. We felt it was important to let as many people know as possible that otherwise wouldn't ever know this information. We just wanted to get our word out. Next, we developed a website, opencarrytopeka.org, so people could come for information. We split the site up into two parts, one for the general public and one password protected for people we screen to support us. And that's opencarrytopeka.org. Finally, I started to garner support from people I went out to garner support from people to commit to a few things. Number one, calling the mayor, calling their council person, and showing up at a council meeting. I kept track on a spreadsheet, and I asked almost everyone I met if they were pro-Second Amendment. And if they said yes, I would give them my open carry spill. I would get all their personal information and put it on a spreadsheet. I organized each person by council district so I could focus on the districts that needed help. I wanted a balance throughout the districts in Topeka. I started putting names on my list in December 2009, knowing that the city could submit an ordinance banning open carry at any time. In my spirit, I knew it was coming. Then, out of the blue, Thursday, March 4th, the day before my birthday, I received a call from my councilperson letting me know that the city manager was submitting an ordinance to the council work session following Tuesday to ban open carry. My heart sunk because it was showtime and all my preparation had to come together. I only had 4 days to implement my plan. The first thing I did was pray. Next, I implemented my plan. I printed off my spreadsheet, which I have with me right now. And I organized names for over 3 months. I just want people to show this was my war room right here. I printed all this out. I put the names. I called. There's over 200 people on these names, and I called everybody on the list, and I highlighted different colors for different reasons, for different types of commitment. And so this is one of my networking. It's divided into 9 districts, and I even have 1 extra area of people who lived outside of Topeka. So this is who I called in 4 days. My wife's still mad at me. Okay. I called over 200 people in 4 days, and I never got off the phone. I called people like Andrew Gregg, who emailed the Libertarian Party and contacted the 9-12, reaching out to the groups. Every person I spoke with on my list, I asked them to call a friend to do something to spread the news about the ordinance to ban open carry, and to please show up like that. Well, we showed up at the planning meeting, where we couldn't say a word, and we just listened. Around 150 pro-gun, individual right activists attended. Literally every seat was filled. We didn't have to say a word, just our presence and a message. I'm using the words of Andrew Gray to me after the meeting. How does it feel to give somebody a bloody nose? We sent a message by our numbers. Well, that wasn't the last of our efforts. A week later, a debate was set up between the chief of police and myself at the American Legion Post 1 in southeast Topeka. 3 districts represented and around 70 people showed up. I didn't hear one person who was against open carry or had any concerns that were brought up. The debate took place March 16th, and I haven't heard a word since. I was told the city tabled the ordinance to ban open carry, which I would wake up every day and I thank God. In June, the Supreme Court of the United States will decide a court case, McDonald versus Chicago. And if Mr. Otis McDonald, beats Chicago, gun bans like the one submitted in Topeka will go away, hopefully never bring